Hey, okay, we are recording. Also, I found a cool little trick because my pop filter's trash. Oh, damn. I'm sorry about that. I wish you
What?
said something, lol. That's not a lol moment.
That's not a little boy. What'd you do?
Sorry, man.
Oh,
Respawn.
that's a tough one. Hey, listen. He's being passive aggressive, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm
Like
not.
at least
I'm
he
not.
responds. At least he doesn't leave on red.
I'm not. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, this is beautiful. This is cutting into our podcast time, but I need to.
Oh,
I need this to resolve before.
well, that's not gonna happen. I think he just got off.
Hold that. No, he's still here. Hold on. Hold
Are
on.
you sure?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna go join the club real quick. All right. Well, that's a problem I can solve later.
I feel like this happens all the time.
This is something that does be kind of happening.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, hey guys, welcome to the Quarantine Corner podcast.
Start off being toxic. Hell yeah.
Hey, fuck yeah. All right. I'm gonna say our Twitter handles this time because I feel like that's necessary. What'd you send me?
I didn't send you anything. Fuck you talking about?
Oh, I thought the username was Cody Stripper and Gross who watches porn
Oh,
anymore. Who? Oh, is that your girlfriend?
yes.
That's awesome.
All right.
What? Oh my god. Oh shit. All right.
Oh,
Ooh.
are you typing? Oh,
Oh, I have my phone. I'm just not feeling like being in a podcast. We
what?
hit
That's not what's happening.
recording, dog. Not yet.
Oh, oh my. This is toxic. This is toxic.
Please don't let me bot. He wasn't in the context of the conversation. He wasn't in the context of the conversation, so he didn't know that whenever I said "fuck you."
Oh my god, this is so fucking toxic. Bro, what?
Okay. Anyways, hey, here's our second false start of the Quarantine Corner podcast. Um, and I don't have our Twitter handles pulled up. Hold on.
But they don't know that.
Well, I can't. Podcast is supposed to be one go, baby. All right.
Oh shit.
Do I have 3 underscores in my name or 2? I don't know. I don't know how many underscores that is. Anyways, hey everybody, welcome to the Quarantine Corner podcast. It's me, Cody Skipper, with Rashawn,
Oh
and
shit.
yeah, I decided not to do the Twitter handles because I don't know how many underscores I have in mine, and yours just spelled weird as fuck. So I'll just leave them.
Hey, suck my dick.
I'll just leave them in the description of the video. Anyway, so I found out this cool like audio trick while I was like recording songs or whatever. Well, I say songs, but it was one song, and I was off a bean, but we're not going to talk about that. So, my pop filter doesn't fucking work. So if I throw a fucking sock on that shit, if I just throw a sock on my $200 mic, it suddenly becomes like much better. But we ain't gonna talk about that. So
I don't like how I heard you put the sock on your fucking mouth.
it sounded better, I'm sure. Um. Anyways, so where we left off, uh, last week. It's crazy. It's been a whole week. Where we left off last week, we were talking about the Dallas trip, and I think we had covered. See, we got the charger, the food, all that. We drove to Dallas. We got to Dallas. Dallas is absolute trash. After getting to Dallas and confirming that it is trash, uh, we get to the venue. We're in the venue. We've talked about Indigo De Souza and Field Medic. I think we were just approaching talking about Beach Bunny, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, I feel like we were in a groove last time. We're gonna have to enter that groove again because
All right.
it's always awkward starting podcasts for some reason.
I don't. Can you not sexually assault the listeners, please?
um, yeah, you right there.
Beach Bunny. All right, I don't like this. All right, so that shit,
Bro,
Beach Bunny
let me beat my meat for fuck's sakes. All right, beat.
in the crowd.
Anyway, so my friend and me were kind of like well, I think he was legitimately pissed, but I wasn't. And I said "fuck you" in the context of like, like everything, and he took it way more personally than I thought, because my brain doesn't work how it should. I went, "Oh, he has this information that I have access to. He knows this is a joke. He didn't know it was a joke." So we went back and forth, and I was like, "You weren't in context of the conversation when I said fuck you. Like, that's my bad." And he goes, "Bro, let me beat my meat for fuck's sake. Like, I'm tired of this texting shit."
You sound like teachers that are like, it's not that hard. It's like you've been learning this for the past 4 years. Shut the
It's
fuck
not
up.
that you should have access to the information I have access to.
Literally.
Speaking of which, my English
what you
teacher has so if y'all none of y'all have used Trello before, Trello is fucking amazing. So Trello, like, this isn't like an ad or anything. I would be honored if we were sponsored, but we have, like, according to YouTube, 6 viewers, and only 2 of those people watched it all the way through.
Can
So
you stop wearing them out?
I'm just
They
saying,
probably wouldn't even hear that part.
either
That's the thing.
either be dedicated or don't be Yeah, we're what, 7 minutes in? Yeah, no, they didn't hear this. Most people dip after the first 5 minutes. Yeah. So for the 2 of you that are constantly listening and listening all the way through, I fucking love you.
One's me.
Yeah. Everybody else, fuck you. Oh yeah, I listened to it all the way through. It's just us. It's just us. We're the only 2.
I lied.
So
Dog,
I was thinking. My brain just needed a second to think.
might cut.
Oh, my mic cut out.
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, that's too fucking bad.
All right, that's hot.
So we're in Dallas. We get to the venue. We're at the venue. Beach Bunny's about to play, and the 2 girls, Redacted and Redacted, were in front of us. I need names for them. Jane and
All right,
Jill are in front of us, right?
Which one's Jane and which one's Jill?
Jill is M, and no, Jane is M and Jill is B.
Got it.
So Jane is like right next to you, and then Jill's just right next to her, and I'm pushed back, and I'm talking to this guy. I think we called him Steve, because no, it was not it was Kevin. So I had Kevin next to me, right? And we all just kind of like circle around and we're talking before Beach Bunny comes on, because there's a good amount of time. There's probably like 10 minutes or so, probably even longer than that, before Beach Bunny actually got on. Yeah, in between like Field Medic and Beach Bunny. Oh yeah, because for Field Medic's last set, like Beach Bunny, everybody except for the lead singer of Beach Bunny came on and played with Field Medic, and then Field Medic was like, "Hey, that's some dope shit. Do that again." And then yeah. So Field Medic gets off stage, and everybody's just like chilling. Everybody's like, and I would say like everybody had pretty much thought they'd reached the peak. Cause like you just listen to 2 bands do like full sets, basically, like all bangers. Like I was like, I'm not sure if it could top this, honestly. Like we are just chilling, and I don't know if it could top this. So Beach Bunny comes on immediately, like before any songs are playing, immediately the amount of energy in the room rose. Like
Skyrockets,
like
bro.
skyrocket. Everybody turns around and then you have Jane and Jill next to you and I'm chilling with my boy Kevin. Um so Beach Bunny plays their first song, which was Promises, and I don't think she had said anything by this point. She was just like, "Oh, like here's their first song," and they start singing, and they do Promises, and everybody's just kind of like,
Yeah, they fucked it up.
"Oh yeah, what was it?" The drummer was like
Yeah, the drummer.
slightly off, and it was so funny because everybody like looks at him, and I heard it was, I think it was the bass. No, it wasn't the bass. It was somebody else, and he was like, "You good?" And it was like, "Oh shit."
It was painful.
I was like, cause I didn't notice it. I was like, this is a vibe, right? But like, I guess on stage you could really hear it because we were getting like reverb and shit like that, so it didn't really matter that much.
Yeah, like we thought it was just the echo.
Yeah. But that's fucking funny. Anyways, so then after that song, she's like, so if you've ever listened to like any of Beach Bunny's music, it's all vibes, and I wouldn't say it's really like rock or anything. You know, it's just vibe. You know, like lay in your bed and you're like, damn, the shit hits kind of vibe. You know.
It's like alternative vibe.
Yeah, it's an alternative vibe, right? So then, ooh, um, then she's like on stage and she's doing that like she's like the best way to like say her personality is that like two finger together thing.
The ooh.
Yeah, like the head down, two finger together thing. Like that's the best way to like describe her personality. And she was like, "Hey guys, like I don't know if you just want to, like I don't know, like if y'all want to mosh, y'all can." And like at that point, I was like, "What the fuck? Hold on, this is not the
Yeah.
concert that I thought I came to, right?" Like
Exactly.
I was like, I didn't know that I didn't know there was gonna be moshing, and you're holding a vinyl and some jackets and shit, and I'm holding some like jackets and I have a hat on, and I was like, "Bro, like, how are we gonna mosh with this shit?" And I like, okay, I will admit it. I was looking around for that mom that like kept coming up for her kids. I was like, she's my mom now, and I'm gonna go hand her this shit. I was like, here, let me enjoy this, but I didn't obviously because that's socially unacceptable. Um,
I hate you.
so we're holding all of our shit, and we're about like halfway through the second song, and everybody's still just chilling. Like nobody's like doing anything, and then suddenly like I hear some commotion to like our left, and I'm like, oh shit. And I look to my left and it's these two dudes, bigger dudes, and they're just like pushing the shit out of each other. Now they're not like fighting or anything. For a split second I was like, oh shit, people are
Yeah.
fighting. I was like, oh, they actually
That's
mad
it.
at each other. And then I was like, oh no, they just the lighter, baby. They just igniting this fire that's about to become this fucking venue. Um anyways, so like they're pushing each other and I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then I think like a couple more people joined in, and I think you looked at me and you were like do it, like join in. And I was like, nah.
Yeah. Pussy ass bitch.
Like I wasn't feeling that energy yet. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Right? And then quickly, like it was like a wave. Like it started from one side of the room and it quickly like got to the other side of the room. And this is where the grandma comes back in. I didn't see her, but you saw her. So what did you see as the mosh pit was coming back around?
The grandma of the one kid or the one that like kept getting water for her kids? Which one?
Oh no, not her. She was.
I was gonna drop kick her.
Oh yeah, that was so fucking funny. I think you said to me, "I'm gonna drop kick you," and she was like, "Drop kick me." She's like, "I don't think you really have enough room for that." And it's like, what a nice lady, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not talking. I wasn't even looking at you.
That shit was funny. But she would come up and check on her kids and then leave. And even during like the mosh pit part, she was really cool. But I was talking about the older lady that was technically a mom that was with like her 14-year-old daughter.
Oh, got you. What about her?
I didn't see her. That I fucking hate us both. I didn't see her.
I don't remember.
Like when you told, I passed this on to you because you gave me this information.
I don't remember her. Like I remember this happening, but like now that I'm on the spot, that shit is out of my mind.
Okay, well, basically, what he had told me, this fucking guy, this fucking dude right here, fucking. Anyways, so what he had told me is that like, as the mosh pit was going, she was like increasingly freaking
Oh
the fuck
yeah,
out. Yeah, yeah. Tell the story.
dog. Literally, like as everything was like getting wild and like riling up, I looked over at her, and her face was like a pure like disgust and like fear. She's like, "I get out! Like I don't like this. Like I need to get the fuck out." That shit was hilarious. Um, I think she tried moving back, but listen, the mosh pit was like a fucking wave. Like it came one way, and then it came back hard as shit. So like you were not getting out of there without hitting the ground.
Yeah. Honestly, everybody was super respectful though. Like
Oh yeah, of
like
course,
if you didn't want to be a part of it and you just kind of like moved to the back, everybody in the very front was for fucking dumbasses for staying there.
of course.
Like at first I was like, oh, understandably, but like everybody in front looked uncomfortable as shit to be there, and I'm like, it's not worth it, dog. Like you're getting the same experience in the back or in the front. Like it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a very
Uh,
big venue. Like I'd understand if it was like a couple thousand people in like a big ass field or some shit, but it was like maybe 100. You know?
yeah, yeah. But there was a lot of people in the back because they were seating in the back, so it's probably like 150.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So it's probably like 100 people like in the actual like group, and then everybody
Oh
else
yeah,
was just like chilling in the back because it was a bar. Like you could just go chill in the back and have the same experience. You know?
literally. And then the fucking wild part about this shit is like the whole moshing started on a fucking love song. That shit was so funny.
Oh yeah, it was fucking shit's hilarious. Like
That was Dream Boy. That shit was banging.
yeah, I listen to the music now and I go, I have no idea how we moshed to this, right? Like
Exactly.
I'm like, it didn't go this hard. Like it went way harder than what I'm listening to right now. And so
Literally.
yeah, so in there it was like she was feeding off our energy and we were feeding off her energy and aggressively. I mean, like gradually, like the energy built up more and more, and like you could mosh to anything they were fucking playing because they're playing it hard as shit. You know?
Literally. Um, then people started like crowd surfing, fucking stage diving. That one girl, I think she was, I don't remember. I think she had glasses. I think she was bald or she had short hair.
Oh yeah,
But she
yeah.
got she was singing with her, and she gave her the mic. I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
So dope.
Yeah, I think that happened like 3 times. I think the first chick was the one, she had like crazier hair. I don't know. All the girls looked exactly the same, so trying to
Yeah.
describe this one is really hard. Um, anyways, like you know like what she looked like. You just know.
Yeah.
How to describe everybody, like every female that was there to describe them is like, you ever see those memes where it's like the it's like the drawing and it's got the girl with like the red lipstick and like the like shoulder length hair or whatever, and
What are
she's
you even talking about?
oh fuck, I would have to I'll send it to you later. But it's like this, it's the meme and it's the girl's like, oh, you're really just gonna have sex with one person for the rest of your life, and it shows the guy with like the headset and like the cut like shaved hair on the sides, and he just says yes, and he has like this insane jawline.
I don't know what you're talking about, dog.
I'll have to send it to you. Anyways, but once I do, you'll know that that's like,
I would say like not seen, but like almost e-girl seen like alternative girls.
oh yeah,
But a combination of all of them in like one person, if you can imagine that.
oh yeah.
Um, I don't remember what happened after that. Oh, the fucking I think we already talked about this last one, but the girl fucking passed out and the ambulance lights were like shining through the entire fucking
Oh yeah.
ambulance.
So before Beach Bunny's set actually started, some girl passed out like way in the back, and an ambulance showed up. But where they had parked, like shined the lights perfectly into like ours, Jane and Jill's, and Kevin's eyes, and like a couple other people. But like if you were slightly behind us, you were fine. If you were slightly in front of us, you were fine. You know, like
Yeah,
it was like just us, and so the lights are shining and they start playing their first song, and like at first it was like, this is fucking annoying, but like shit couldn't have lined up better because once they started playing, I was like, oh shit, like we're getting a whole other experience right now, you know.
fucking up, up.
um, Oh yeah, we'll get to that. So people are stage diving, people are mosh pit, like it's crazy. I mean, it's super respectful. Like people would drop their glasses, and then people would be like, "Oh, yo, like stop and look for these glasses for a second."
Yeah,
Like just
real quick,
yeah, just
my,
oh, sorry, go on.
when my glasses fell, I was like on the floor and I was like, oh yeah, like I got him. Like it's not even that deep. But I just thought about it now. Like if that crushed, like if my glasses were fucked, how was I gonna get out?
Yeah, you were driving. Oh my god, you sound like hold on. You sound like garbage. Give me a second. I gotta unplug something. Oh shit, no, I can't unplug that. Uh. No. Start recording. I'm not getting your voice at all right now. I'm just getting my. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to cut those two together. I unplugged my external hard drive. Because I was gonna move my Wi-Fi adapter from my keyboard to my computer to get like better. Um, but I guess I'll just have to deal with your voice sounding like boo butter. So, anyways, so sorry about that. So like people are moshing, people are stage diving, and I think at that point you were like, yo, like here's my shit, I'm gonna go stage dive. That was probably like mid, and so now I'm holding this vinyl, the same shirt, the same sweater, and then my hat. Like so I have two sets of this shirt and this sweater, and then I have my hat and this vinyl. So I'm holding all this shit, and I see it's probably took him like 2.5 or probably like 1.5 songs to get up to the front. Because once you got to like the middle, like it just became such a pain that you're just getting fucking thrown around. So I'm gonna let you take it over from here because I didn't really see much. I just like I don't know if there's a story or it was basically you just got to the front. Because
I mean,
yeah.
I touched a couple titties. It was on accident though, and I was like, oh, this is really bad. Like I was trying.
Oh, I I full on grabbed a titty
Exactly.
by accident. Like I felt so bad because what was it? She fell into me, and I put my hand up and I was like to stop her, and like it was all I got was titty, and I was like, oh no, I just violated
Oh
this
no.
poor like person. It was kind of like a freeze frame. How did I
Yeah,
get
that's
here?
me.
Kind of thing. It was like, oh, you may be wondering how I got in this position. Kind of, yeah. Anyways, so if this ever gets big enough, I am so sorry to that one. I don't remember what you looked like. You were
Wow.
merely an object.
Wow.
No,
That is not something you want to say after you said you just grabbed her whole titty.
no. But genuinely, I am super sorry, and I feel really bad. Like it's one of those things. Like whenever I think about the concert, that's something that pops in my head because I feel like I just straight up violated her, and
Take
it was a
any of these
complete
words out of
accident.
context and you're going to jail.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because I feel like you could take out one or two words and make it say where, like I said, it was. Oh, I was like, I just straight up violated her, and it was not an accident. Like I'm sure you could do. Like it wouldn't be that hard. Like I just said it.
Stop. Going to jail.
Um. Anyways, so you can go on. You're working your way up the crowd.
It was
how
very
was that?
difficult. It's hard to push through 13 or 14-year-old girls, believe it or not. I'm
Yeah, right. They're fucking strong as shit when they're scared, bro. Oh no!
Wait a minute,
Wait!
Cody. Wow.
Hold up.
I hate you.
I meant in context with this concert, like, because I'm saying they're getting thrown around and they don't have the body mass to hold themselves up, so they're just throwing you,
I think
right?
it's getting worse for you.
Like,
Someone could just clip everything you're saying now, and they would have a case for you to go to fucking jail. Everything you're saying right now.
all right, so I think I'm gonna stop talking about that. But yeah, like it was like surprisingly hard once you got to the middle and like the most dense amount of people. Anyway, so go on. You're
Yeah, I'm
working your
working my
way
way
up to the
up.
front.
Past a couple people, I'm like, oh, like, can I just get up there? Like, I'm trying to jump off, and they're like, oh yeah, cool, like, super respectful. It's as long as you like, acknowledge yourself, then you'll probably get through. I I get to the front,
Oh yeah.
and there's this grown ass man. Dog, there's no way he was under 21. Like he had to be 21. And
Oh
he was
yeah.
just like he was like throwing people on the stage and like, having them come off or whatever. He would like make a path. So he'd push everyone out of the way and then make a path for you to go up there. I was like, all right, sure. It's like, sure. Like, he's like, up, you want to go up? And I'm like, yeah. So he fucking, I feel like I'm a pretty heavy dude. Like, I feel like I'm like 170, 180. And this man just like
Yeah.
picked me up like a fucking doll and just like pushed me onto the stage. I was like, wow, I am emasculated. Uh, and so
Thankful,
literally,
but
I
emasculated.
kind of felt going up there, so he kind of just like put his hands all up in my ass, and I was like, oh, this is definitely 90% of this concert was sexual, so but it was like sexual, so, because
Yeah.
we all paid. Anyways, so I trip up the
Oh
stage. I get
no.
up there, and I'm like, oh shit, and like you got to point to where you're gonna stage dive because you want to, acknowledge the people around you, so you don't fucking rock someone's shit. So I I jump off the stage, crowd surfing, cool, hands in my ass, cool, whatever. I I'm like going on the way down because there's like, it kind of ends, and I just like fall on this girl. And I felt so bad, like ass on her face, just like straight to the ground.
Oh.
Um, I felt genuinely so bad. She was good. She was fine. Um, yeah, that
Yeah,
shit
good
was
for her.
wild.
All right, one second. I'm gonna call you because every time I talk, you get cut out for some reason, and this doesn't
I think
happen
it's
with
racist.
anybody else. I probably.
Yes, sir.
So now that we got this racist asshole
Wow.
Discord out of the way, and you're clear as day. Um, yeah. So, shit was concert was fucking crazy, and I feel like I keep saying that, and it's like because I can't find the words to explain how I felt in that moment. Um, like I don't. I think if it was like, yo, pick a concert to go to, any concert you want to, and I don't think I could have picked a better concert to go to than that one for the experience.
It was amazing.
Like everybody was super respectful. Like even whenever I'm fucking throwing bitches, right? Like I wasn't, but I was like, I was pushing, I was moshing, bro. So he gets back from stage diving, and he's like brought all the way back, and I was like, yo, I got you. I'm gonna go up and stage dive. Like I'm gonna go do it. I hand him my shit. I make my way to the front, and the first person I come up in front, all of them look uncomfortable. I'm like, look, I'm a stage dive. Like, can you let me by? And this bitch just gave me an ugly ass look, and I was like, all right, cool. I moved laterally to the right, and I'm pushed back, and I'm like, ooh, this sucks. So I kind of go forward a bit more, and then I see this like maybe 12-year-old girl just being like thrown around, and her dad doing her damnedest to like protect her, and I was like, I can't stage dive and just like watch this, right? Like so, I get up to him and I'm like, do you want me to help you back? Like I can help you get back, and he was like, nah, it's okay, and I was like, all right, I got you. I'm gonna help you. So I kind of like I create like a two-person barrier, making sure she doesn't get like pushed to the fucking ground. And then like as it went on, I think like I had my arm out, and this guy like pushed my arm down. Like he was like, "Hey, fuck your arm." And I looked at him, and then he saw the girl, and he was like, "Oh, I get you." And he jumped in. So then it was probably like at the end it was probably like 5 or 6 people kind of like created this barrier around this girl, and then I was like, all right, I can't stage dive now. So I went to the back, and back to Rashawn, and I was like, all right, give me my shit. Like I can't stage dive. Like that had kind of like ruined the energy I had to stage dive. Like that adrenaline rush. I was like, I got that no more. Anyways, so I think at that point she was like, yo, so like if y'all could mosh in the middle, and like because we have some younger kids in the front row. And then she was like, yo, like to that girl, she was like, you good? And then I think they went to the back after that. So then they're playing the next song, and I'm vibing, and then I was like, all right, I'm really vibing. I was like, I'm going back up to the front. Like I will stage dive. I hand my shit back. I push my way up to the front. About halfway through, I see my boy Kevin, and I'm like, yo, me and you are on a mission right now. You got to get me to the front. Can you do that? And he's like, I got you. and it was like we're going up, and he's helping me push through, and then it was like a movie. You know, like he's pushed to the side all in slow motion, and I just slowly like lose eye contact with him as he's like saluting me. He wasn't
He's
saluting,
getting
but that would have been
swallowed by
so cool.
Peter.
As he's just getting fucking swallowed, just saluting me as he got me to the front, and I was like, that was fucking beautiful. So I get to the front and I make eye contact with this guy, and he goes, "Up, up." And I was like, "Yeah, up." So you hadn't told me about this guy.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like, we had the same experience. So I was like, "Yeah, I want to go up, right?" So I get up to like the edge of the stage, and I'm looking at this, and my pants were not flexible pants. You know, like they're pretty small on me. And I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to get on this stage, dog? And I'm like lifting one leg, and I'm kind of eyeballing it, and then I feel hands like on
Yeah.
the on my waist.
That's exactly what happened.
And he just fucking, I weigh 190, all right? I'm not a light guy. And he just picks me up and sets me on stage, basically. Just kind of like throws me on the stage. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, did
There
that
was a lot of
really just happen? I'm emasculated but thankful. So I turn around, I kind of like point to everybody, and I stage dive. I thought I was gonna go directly back. I went like left across everybody. Like I just went straight left and then hit the ground, and I was like, all right, cool. So and I straight up just like
Oh, yeah.
crotch hit this girl, in the neck, and I felt so bad. Like just straight, just boom. And then this other girl looked really scared because I was coming down. I was like, "Don't worry, I'll stop before you." But she had plenty
Yeah.
of room to move. Like she could have just moved out of the way. Anyways, but what I loved is like it didn't matter how
Exactly.
big you were. It didn't matter like who you were. If you got on stage,
Exactly.
people would catch
Especially
you.
when like we got
You
into the
know?
groove of the whole stage diving thing, because like people were like instantly aware. Like
Oh
you'd
yeah.
be looking around, it's like bam, oh, like this coming this way. You would like tell people around you, cool, cool. And if they fell, everyone would stop what they're doing. Yeah, and you like
Oh
catch
yeah,
this
and
person or
catch.
help them up or whatever. It was pretty great. And then that one girl, the one behind us, who or like it was right before you got back. This girl lost her glasses, or like they fell, and then you got back, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, like let me see my phone. Or I don't know, whatever. I couldn't have my phone, or I was looking for my phone, and we were trying to get the light to look for her glasses, and those shits were smashed, bro.
Oh, they
I
were
was like,
fucked.
ew.
Ew. um. Yeah, this shit was. It was a little wacky. Not gonna lie. Um. Yeah. So I don't know what the fuck I was gonna
The end of
say.
it, you fucking the
Yeah,
last go.
I think it's the end of the concert by then. We'd gone through the whole concert. At one point like the band was like tossing out water, and one water bottle like hit me in the fucking chest and hit the ground, and I was like, "Well, I'm not thirsty." So I pick it up and I'm like, "Who wants water?" And the amount of response I got around me, I felt
Yeah,
so
that shit was
fucking
amazing,
powerful.
bro. And the person who had like a little bit left, they just started throwing that shit in the air. I was like, oh shit. It
Bro,
did.
it felt
It did.
so good. Like you could tell the band was into it. You could tell like the crowd was into it. Like I think that's the only one
Yeah.
she tweeted about. Yeah. Like she was letting people like hop on stage and sing with her. Like it was
Really
really
cool.
fucking
That shit
cool.
was amazing.
Um yeah, I fucking love her
Oh
personality.
yeah, we didn't even get to that
Like
part. My bad. I was skipping over that shit. I forgot about that. Run it.
oh,
Oh,
nah,
okay, got
you
you.
yeah, you get it. I
Basically,
believe in you.
it wasn't the last song. It was like the second to last song, right?
Oh shit, I forgot it. No, I think
Oh
that no,
yeah.
that
Okay,
was the
so
last
on the
song.
last song, it was Painkiller. That shit was great. But
Oh yeah.
before the song played, she was on stage, and she was like, "Hey guys, we have this like, can you guys do this thing? It's kind of a tradition." And like she's doing the finger thing, where you and her feet were like, I was done, bro. Her feet were like pointed inward and shit, like the whole ooh shit. That shit was funny as fuck. Um, She was like, yeah, like it's kind of tradition. Like we kind of do this thing. It's called the Wall of Death. Like you guys, you're gonna spread. There's gonna be a hole in the middle. Half the room goes over there, and the other half goes on the opposite side. And then when I say jerk, you guys just like hit the middle, and you just start like fucking shit up.
But she didn't say anything. She just kind of like interlocked her fingers and was
Yeah,
like pushing them together. She was like,
yeah.
just kind of, just. And everybody was into it. Everybody was
Bro,
into it.
the path in
Like
between the two sides was like a fucking road.
Oh yeah. It was fucking. Everybody was doing that like false like leg thing where they were kind of like
Yeah.
when is it, and then she said it, and then the wall like collapsed, and then immediately everybody like the moment the wall like touched, everybody turned back to the front. Like it was like I was probably in like the third row, and everybody like touched and then turned back and started like
Bro,
fucking
literally,
jumping and
you hit
shit.
the walls touched, and I think at that point nobody really was like, "Oh man, I don't think I have enough energy for this." Because like as soon as the walls touched, it erupted like a fucking volcano. Like, the energy went through the fucking roof. Everybody in that
Oh
place
yeah.
was fucking bumping.
Oh yeah. Um. So we do that last song. I'm fucking sweating. I've almost passed out like 2 or 3 times. Like I need water. And I remember there's a
Yes,
7-Eleven right
sir.
down the street, like on the way there. And so we get out, we wait a little bit because I forgot. Oh, I was trying to like oh, I completely forgot about this. So
No.
Kevin started like this like shy dude that like just wasn't talking, and toward the end I saw him fucking stage dive, and I've never been more proud of someone I don't know. So I was waiting a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna wait for Kevin. Like I want to see if I can like say like bye to Kevin. Like that shit was fire. Like good for him. I never saw him, and I was like, damn, all right. So we walked down the road because we had like a 30-minute walk back, I think, and it was like 11:30 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're walking back. We get to the 7-Eleven, and it was like this line
The
of
concert we
everybody
just saw.
from the venue. There was like a line in the 7-Eleven that went around like the
The
um
aisles.
like the aisles, and the line went around the aisles right to like the water fridge, and then people would grab a fridge, go, oh, when we got in there the two
Oh
fucking
yeah, they're
cashiers were
pissed.
arguing. um Yeah, those shit was funny. So we loop around, and I'm like, yeah, I pay for our shit, or I pay for my shit. I think I got like just water, Gatorade, and maybe like a bag of candy or something. I don't remember. Um, so we walk out, and we were just walking, and we like started walking with these dudes. And yeah, no, there's like no crosswalks, but like Google and Apple's like, yo, cross
Yeah.
here. Like you need to be on the other side of the road, and it's like a straight up like highway, and you're like, okay. So that's why Dallas people just be crossing wherever the fuck they want to. So we cross the roads, and we're kind of like walking with these guys, but not really, and they were just vibing. I don't think they were even from the venue. I
Yeah.
think they were just dudes walking. So we go, you pull up like your GPS thing for your like your car, like so you won't lose it or whatever. We being fucking stupid didn't go, oh, how about we get the name of the fucking
So before you even
garage,
go,
right?
our phones are about to die.
Oh yeah, my phone's like 4% maybe. Rashawn's is pretty low. We're like, damn, we have very limited. Like, we have to keep enough battery to GPS our way back to the hotel. You know. So we were going, and we get to where the GPS like points us to, and we're both like, we have no idea where the fuck we are. So after like turning around and like, where are we? I see like this evil corporation building we had made a comment on earlier, and I was like, oh, okay, we just have to get directly in front of that, right? So we go towards that. We see the Mexican restaurant. We're like, oh, okay, cool. Basically, we fucking navigated our way back to the garage. We get in the garage. He plugs in his phone, and then the charger just doesn't fucking work.
It was
Right? Like,
it was breaking for like a
I'm
second
not
and then
making.
it stopped.
Oh, okay. So we're like, damn, we have little battery. We get back to the hotel. Uh, he goes to change. I change, and I think I have the shirt on, and
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
this
you're
shirt
like, this shit's
fucking goes
soft as
hard.
fuck.
Oh yeah, no, shit was nice. Fucking the quality of it, best $90 I ever spent. Um, so I lay in bed. I'm like, yo, you got an adapter? I didn't bring one. He was like, I got you. Cool. I changed into sweatpants by this point, so I no longer had my other pants on. He hands me the adapter. I undo the packaging. I plug in the adapter. I plug it into the wall, and I go and try plugging it into my phone and realized I had the wrong charger. That's why it was so cheap, because I didn't even have the right charger. I had a micro USB, and I have a USB-C phone. So I was like, that shit's tough. So now I look at I like it's probably
Oh
12
my,
at this point. Um, yeah, so I turn over to Rashawn and I'm like, yo, I don't have the right charger. So he's like, you're so fucking toxic, which was fair. So I was like, damn, all right, let's just go pick up one from Walmart because it's that one right down there. That's not the like community Walmart. That's like a real Walmart. We're like, all right, cool. So we hop on the car and we drive and fucking so I didn't drive, so give me your viewpoint of like this drive.
literally, I was like, fuck it, like we need to just get this shit done because I was like, I need to go to fucking sleep. I'm tired of this shit. So my mental state was fucking riveted. Like that shit was fucking raptured. Because like my body's exhausted from this concert, and then I was like, damn, I really gotta drive. And then we go to Walmart, right?
Oh, before we even get to Walmart, there's this
Oh
fucking
my god.
street, and
Sorry, go. That shit pissed me off now. Even think.
no, that's all you. That's
So
all you,
to
baby.
get to fucking Walmart, right? It's the it. Let me think about this. But like like the sign of Walmart. It's like, oh, like there's a road. You just turn in. Nah. So the GPS is like, fuck that. We have to go all the way around the fucking Walmart, and then go through the back, like where the fucking truck's delivered to, and then drive like a whole half a mile to get to the Walmart. It's like, why? Why couldn't you just fucking go to the normal one?
But even before that shit, right? There was that road, and it was like, so it was a 2 lane street, I think, that broke
Oh,
off
when
into
I went down
four
the wrong.
lanes, except for yeah, yeah. So there's 3 lanes that are coming towards us, and then there's 1 lane hidden behind a barrier and a fucking wall on the other side, right? So it's just 3 lanes, and it's like, oh, it makes sense that I would turn into one of these 3 lanes to go that way, right? So the moment we turn, like, we kind of realize at the same time, we're like, this isn't the right way. Luckily, there was fucking nobody in the street because nobody lives in Dallas. Everybody just
Shit.
fucking visits. Um, so he like he turns around, and gets back. So we go to the back of the fucking Walmart for some reason. We go all the way around. We're like, all right, cool. We go into the Walmart. I go to the chargers. I grab the charger or whatever. I grab like what I need, and I go to the self checkout. I scan both items, and I start patting my pockets, to grab my wallet. And Rashawn's like placing down money, and I think he put down like $7, and he's like, "That's all I have." So I'm patting my pockets, and I just look up at him, and I'm like, oh no, yeah, yeah. So I was like, I don't have my
I
wallet.
almost if there was nobody in that Walmart, you might have died.
So I hit cancel and I'm waiting there, and the guy comes up and he's like, all right, which one do you want to get rid of? And I was like, all of it. I forgot my wallet. And the fucking look he had, I think you were like, I'm gonna go grab
Yeah, because
sandwiches.
then we didn't have enough of the sandwiches. I got fucking change on my car. I just sat there and waited.
Yeah, shit was fucking. That was a whole toxic. The thing was though, it was after 12, so you had money on your card. You'd
No,
gotten
we didn't
paid.
though. Yeah,
Did we
we
not?
didn't.
Did you check it? Oh, okay. Never mind then. Cause where we work's fucking toxic, and they pay you 2 days later than they say they do. Anyways, well, where we
Ah,
used to work. Um, um, So anyways, so I'm like, I don't have my wallet. That's fucking tough. He gets the sandwiches. We drive back to the hotel, and I'm like, we'll just knock this shit out in the morning. I'm going to bed. So we go to bed, and right before I go to bed, I'm like, yo, I am going to take the blanket. You are not gonna have any fucking blanket. I guarantee it. Like, and he was like, okay, whatever, like, whatever. So I turn over, I fall asleep. The moment I wake up, I'm fucking drenched in sweat, and I
Yeah.
have all of the blanket. And I think the first thing I said when I woke up was like,
Yeah, you're like,
I told you,
you're like,
like I
I
took
knew
all
it.
the blanket.
Like it wasn't you. I knew he was gonna take the blanket.
Like I was upset with myself. I was like, damn, I really did that. Like I didn't need more blanket. I was hot. Why was I grabbing more blanket? So anyways, so we head to the Walmart, and it took us like this long, really confusing way, and I think we
Yeah,
went
this
to the
took us a
same
different
fucking
way.
Walmart too. Yeah, it took us like this weird fucking way. Oh no, I think we were just trying to remember how to get there and fucked it up. Um we were like, ah, we got this, right? We fucked that shit up
Yeah, then
so
I
bad.
didn't drive down the wrong road this time.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you didn't drive the wrong way, but we
Hey,
were
shut the
down a
fuck up,
couple
dog.
wrong roads. So we're just driving around. We finally get to the Walmart. I buy
No,
the
you don't.
charger. Oh no, you're right. I don't. I grab the charger and I put my card in, and it's like, yo, this card don't fucking exist. I was like, what do you mean? I put it in again. It's like, nah, still doesn't. And I was like, what? And I was like, yo, can you pay for this real quick? Like, I'll pay you back. Like, don't worry about it. I was like, I know I have money. Like, I just got paid. Um, so he was like, okay, cool. So he pays for it. We get in the car and we're driving, and we're probably like 2 hours in. I was like, yo, we got to do a Bucky's. Like, there's no way we can't do a Bucky's on a fucking Texas trip. So we pull in the Bucky's. I grab all my breakfast shit, you know. I get in line and I swipe, or I put in my card, and it's like, nope, still not a card. I don't know what you thought would happen when you
I
went
acknowledge
to a
it as a
different
piece of paper,
place,
and that is all.
but yeah, so I was like, damn, I had to go grab Rashawn. Rashawn pays for my shit again. Fucking
Man,
sugar daddy right there. Um, so I get back in the car, and I call my bank because it's like not even showing my card on the thing. I call my bank and I'm like, yo, um, like my card was taken off, and they're like, oh, I think like I'd called and I waited for a little bit, and it was like different voices. It was like this lady's voice, and it was like, oh, you're just gonna be waiting. Oh, it was like, you'll be waiting for, and then it was like a fucking man's voice, and it was like 3 minutes, and I was like, oh. It was like really weird. So anyways, I go through the waiting, and it's just like this lady, and she has a pretty heavy like Hispanic accent, and we're talking a little bit, and she's like, do you have me on speaker? And I was like, yeah, do you want me to take you off? And she goes, yes, please. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
you're putting all your information out for me to hear.
So
That's hot.
yeah, so I put it, I turn off the speaker, and I'm like just talking to her, right? Um, and so like I was like, yeah, yeah, like that was me. She puts my card back on. She's like, I'm just gonna go over a couple other purchases to make sure these were you too. And I didn't even listen to what she had to say. Like she was like $10. I was like, yeah. She's like $20. Like, yeah, that makes sense. She's
$80.
like, 10. I was like, yeah. Like those. I was like, those are mine. Whatever. So, I get my card back or whatever, and I think that's the end of
Yeah,
the Dallas trip.
you
Actually,
drove
we were
back, and
just
that was
driving.
really it. We were like riding off straight
Yeah, that
adrenaline. Like it carried over into the drive back. So the drive back felt like an hour.
Oh yeah, no, the drive
We were
back
just
was
fucking
fucking
nutting over
easy.
Indigo
Um,
to Sousa and Beach Bunny and Field Medic. Literally, I felt like every time we listened to another song, I heard something different. Like if we the next hour,
oh
I
yeah,
heard something else that I didn't hear the first time.
yeah. Indigo D'Souza like bass every single song, like the bass was
Literally.
on point.
And I don't there's no other way for me to describe it besides everything was just chef's kiss.
Oh yeah, shit was beautiful. Um, Anyways, I love how part 1 took 20 minutes and part 2 took
Shut up.
50 minutes. So that's hot. Anyways, I don't want to cut this like 5 minutes short, so we're gonna find. Oh, actually, I think this podcast would only be like
Yeah,
40
you're gonna
minutes
cut
because
that.
I started it, and yeah, I have to cut the beginning. Anyway, so this may just be a shorter podcast because we don't really have anything to talk about past this point.
I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me.
Let's look at some podcast ideas. Maybe there's something
It's
in
just
here besides me and Noah arguing. Uh,
God. Redacted.
redacted. Let's see. We've done enemies' worst wishes. Water's wet. Oh, I think that
That's at the
started at
end.
the end of the other one. Is water wet? Water
How is
is
water
wet.
wet?
Okay, so is air
It's
dry?
not dry, but it's not wet. How is
Air
air
is
dry?
dry, right? Because
No,
it's
there's
not
only
fucking
two
wet,
options.
right? Okay, wait,
Air
is
is
air
not
damp then?
So
Okay,
wait,
so
wait,
what
wait,
is
wait.
it?
No, actually, I lied.
In between
Air is
water-
dry because then when there's fog outside, air is moist.
Okay, right? What makes that
Water.
air moist? Right? Okay, so you're telling me that water has a property that it can give but does not
Yes.
have for itself. That doesn't make any sense because without
Cool.
water, then
Alright,
it is
I
not
I
wet.
make my girlfriend wet. Am I water?
That oh my god. Look. Okay.
All right.
Water is not the only thing that can make something wet. Any liquid can make
Cool.
something wet, right? So wet is a property that a liquid can
So
contain.
you're saying water is wet because it makes other shit wet.
No, I'm saying water is wet
Alright,
because
that doesn't
it
make any
is.
fucking sense.
Like,
I'm about to
okay.
expose you, right? So I have a glass of water, right? I just fill it up,
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
sink, whatever. Doesn't matter. I go to the fucking ocean. I pour the water in the water. Did I make the water wet?
No, because it was already wet.
how
You just
was it wet?
added more wet to the wet water. Because it could make
You-
things wet.
Okay, you're about to, no, you just got exposed, right?
Okay.
You just got exposed. If it's already wet, how is it gonna make it more wet?
It doesn't make it any more wet. So, okay, what you're saying is that the
I'm
water
going off
is
what you're
already
saying.
wet,
Assuming
right?
let's assume it's already wet.
Okay. So I then, going off what you're saying, I then pour a cup
Okay.
of water into the ocean. It's not making it any more wet. It's just the same level of wet.
Are you saying no? I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. The only reason water makes shit wet, I mean, I guess any liquid makes some shit wet, is because it was previously dry, right? Meaning, what are you talking
What?
about? It only makes something wet if it's previously dry, right? So if,
Okay.
I'm dry right now, I go outside, it's raining, my clothes are now wet, correct? Cool.
Okay.
You're saying that water's wet, right? Meaning,
Yeah.
for it to be wet, it had to be previously dry because the original state of it was dry. That's a reaction to something that's dry. It becomes wet after water touches it. So how is that possible?
Okay. Look. Water at one point
I'm gonna punch
was
you.
technically dry.
That's impossible.
Look, listen. Before it combined molecules and became the actual molecule of water, it was a bunch of dry things. When it became water,
Okay,
it
so
became wet.
point-
That is a property that it
At
has
what
and
point
it can
did
give.
those atoms become wet? What made them wet? Because the water shut up. The water
Whenever
didn't
they became-
exist until the atoms combined, the molecules or whatever. So how did something
Yeah.
become wet if it made?
Okay. All right. Look. All right. Okay. So going back to your rainy shirt idea, right? So you have clothes on. You go outside, and now your
Okay.
clothes are wet, right? They are wet because water
Okay.
is on them, right? They aren't like if you went outside and it rained, your clothes didn't just become wet. That's not a property that your
Yes.
clothes naturally have. water has the property of being wet. So when it touches something, it can make
Okay,
it
just because you
wet.
have the property to something doesn't mean you own doesn't mean you can put that property on yourself. So there's no way water could become wet.
If I'm toxic to other people, then I am toxic.
That's a choice you made. Water. I'm saying like you can't put that on yourself. Like that's like saying, oh, like how do I don't know. There's no analogy for that, but that doesn't make sense. But I'm about to expose you. You got a swimming pool, right?
Okay.
It's just a normal pool. All right.
Okay.
So I jump in the water. Actually, rewind. I jump back out of the water. I put bricks on my fucking feet, right? I'm sitting to the bottom of the
Okay.
pool. I'm just chilling. I'm in the bottom of the pool. Am I
Okay.
wet? How?
Yes. Because you're
No,
enveloped with water.
no. Listen, right? I'm not wet.
Are you saying you're not wet until you leave the pool?
Dry. What do you mean
No.
Because you have to return to the original state that you were in to become wet. What are you talking about?
If you jump in the pool, the moment you jump in the pool and you are chilling at the bottom of the pool, you are wet. You have water molecules and whatever you're wearing in your skin.
Water. I am not wet until I leave the water. How?
You are wet. Oh, dude.
How am I wet? You can't be wet
I
underwater.
just said,
how?
Yes, you can. Are you dry in air?
It's dry is
How
the
are you
base
dry?
property. Like that is it. That's your normal state.
Okay. So what about fish, right? Fish being in the water, whenever they jump out, do you think they see dry? Are they like, oh, is air dry?
Yes. Air
No,
is
there's
dry.
not, because
air is dry.
Because
in comparison to water. In comparison.
Okay. In comparison to air, water is wet.
It just makes shit wet. It's not wet itself. Bro, okay.
It is wet itself.
I have a bottle of
water
water. The cap on. I jump in the water, bricks on my feet, submerged in water. Then I uncap the bottle, pour the water in the pool. Is the water wet? No!
Yes! Dude,
Adding water to water.
Okay.
How?
But it was already wet. Okay. So if you have a shirt and you add water molecules, it is wet. So if you add a water molecule to a water molecule, it's still just wet.
No, you're
it's
just
always
thinking
wet.
of the base property. You're thinking of it like it's consistent throughout no matter what you do. For something to be wet, it has to be dry previously. What are you talking about?
No.
Dog, I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you. The reason wet exists is because it's simply dry, right? If humans' base property is being dry, then you created that idea of being wet because you're no longer dry, right? Or am I crazy?
I wasn't listening to anything you just said. I was looking it up. Hold on. Is water wet? Being a liquid, water is not itself wet, but can it make other solids, materials wet? Hold on. Answer 2. To answer this question, we need to define the term wet. If we define wet as a condition of liquid sticking to a solid surface, such as water wetting our skin, then we cannot say that water is wet by itself.
That's crazy. It's almost like you're fucking wrong. Again. How about you toggle the water being wet? Dumbass bitch. You're over 2. You're over 2. Shut up. You're actually over 3.
All right. We'll end this podcast here. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening to the Quarantine Corner podcast.
Water's not wet, and you can't toggle the motions. Bye.
Fuck me.